Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, about a week or two ago, a list came out. And on that list, it featured something that Lakers owner Jeannie Buss had to say, right? And on this list, apparently she was being interviewed and they asked her to give the all-time most important Lakers. And her original list consisted of, and we can put it up for you now, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, and Magic Johnson and Phil Jackson. Now, when this list came out, a lot of people had a lot of different things to say, and a lot of people questioned her list. And one of those people that actually questioned her list and the validity of it in a joking way was Laker great Shaquille O'Neal. He posted a list on his Instagram, and he captioned it, "Why?" Right? Like, why? Right? So Shaq himself didn't understand why she created this list, and a lot of people were kind of going back and forth. So what happened? This morning, doing some research as I always do, and I came across an article, I believe it's from fadeawayworld.net. And in this Fadeaway World article, essentially what she was doing was she was explaining her reasoning behind omitting Shaquille O'Neal from this list, number one, and basically explaining the reason why she created this list in terms of the people that she selected. But before we even get into this article, this video is brought to you by sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me just get into what this article had to say here. It says Shaquille O'Neal played 8 seasons for the Los Angeles Lakers and helped the organization win 3 championships. Despite that, team owner Jeannie Buss snubbed him from the list of the 5 most important Lakers of all time. Buss explained her decision in an exclusive interview with Mark Medina of Sportskeeda. "Yeah, I fell into that trap," Buss said. "I was reminded when my dad had faced a similar question like that with who's your favorite player, and his answer was, well, I'll give you my starting 5. At point guard, Magic Johnson. At shooting guard, Magic Johnson. At small forward, Magic Johnson. At power forward, Magic Johnson. At center, Magic Johnson." She then explained that the list was according to her and was by no means an attempt to diminish what Shaquille O'Neal did for the Lakers. "He knew how to answer a question like that," Buss continued. "When I remind people that ask about it, I took the question as, who are the 5 most important Lakers to me in my career and preparing me for sitting in this seat. That's why the influence of Phil Jackson was so important." She added, "I referenced that, and of course my relationship with Kobe, not only as a great Laker, but as a great friend. He's a person I can go to for guidance and for counsel." And then, of course, Shaq had his own response to that. So that's her reasoning behind the list. Her list, excuse me. Here are my thoughts. Now that I've heard her explain her list, I think it gives her list much more context, because now I think she's looking at it from a managerial position. And let's look at it, the Kobe aspect. Obviously, you had a player in Kobe when she was still in charge of the team, so someone that she had to manage, and as the face of the franchise, so you can understand the hand-to-hand, what is the first-hand relationship you have with Kobe. And in terms of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, maybe someone as a mentor, also like a representative of the organization. You think of Magic Johnson, something similar like that. I think they're around the same age, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Magic is definitely a consultant to the Lakers. You think of Phil Jackson. Well, obviously, that's apparent. Phil Jackson, who was with the Lakers and helped win them 5 championships. And then you think about LeBron, right? And I think the reason she's including LeBron, because LeBron right now is the current Laker, is the current face of the Lakers. He's the marquee name, and therefore, when you have a player of that caliber, you're representing your organization, obviously this person is going to be important to your legacy, because obviously it's how you deal with the guy, how he relates to you, the relationship that you guys have, the success that you guys are able to attain together or lack thereof. So I can understand the LeBron aspect, because he's the one that, you know, she's kind of not managing, but you understand what I'm saying. She's the one that he's working closely with right now as he represents the Laker brand. So to me, I have no issue with that. In terms of the 5 greatest Lakers of all time, I think different people will have different lists. I mean, to name some that I think, of course, you have Kobe. Of course, you have Shaq. There's no way you cannot include Shaq, because Shaq won 3 finals MVPs with the Lakers. You can throw up there Magic Johnson, so you already have 3. Then you can now throw in Jerry West. And then from that point forward, you can either go Wilt Chamberlain, you can go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and there's so many other James Worthy. There's so many other great Lakers, which is quite interesting, right? Which is quite interesting. And of course, you have LeBron James. LeBron James is also part of the equation. I think that, you know, because there was this discussion of LeBron, I think, getting his jersey retired. The fact is, LeBron is one of the pantheon players in NBA history. He's one of the 5 greatest players of all time, at least in my estimation. We're going to get to another video where someone totally disagrees with that. So obviously, there are going to be certain concessions you make for a player like that because of his place in the sport, you know, overall, right? These are not just the run-of-the-mill superstars. You're talking about one of the cornerstones in NBA history in LeBron James. And I'm not saying that to pander to any LeBron fans. I really don't give a damn what you guys think. I'm just telling you what I think about that. There's no way you can kind of treat him the way you would treat any other prototypical superstar because of his ranking all time and his legacy. So I think that's a totally different situation. I think if you brought in another superstar into the fold, there's no way they're going to be getting that type. And I think if you even brought in a Kevin Durant, I don't think Kevin Durant will get the same consideration LeBron James would, in terms of, you know, the things that they're looking to give LeBron in terms of like retiring his number and all of these things. Some people have pushed back and say, but he doesn't have enough ring, whatever. But to me, after listening to her explanation, I can understand it. I think it makes sense based on what she said. So the question is simply this: what do you think about her explanation? Do you think it suffices? And who do you think are the 5 most important Lakers to you? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.